for 3 years, I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good.
What effect did it have, though, being rejected?
Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us.
You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all.
Hey everyone, Nick here, hope you guys are doing well, and at some point in the last 4 years, I have been rejected by Facebook, Google, Twitter, Apple, Palantir, and so many more companies. In fact, I was just sent a rejection email last week, and all of this got me thinking. Of all human emotions, perhaps the most difficult one to handle, or at least share with the people around you, is that of rejection, of being told no, that you are unfit or not good enough for something around you. Whether or not you were excluded from a social circle or turned down from a job opportunity, or hell, maybe even the person that you are interested in does not reciprocate the feeling, rejection is tough and it takes a lot out of us. But this channel is all about positivity and learning, so today I want to examine the strengths that we can pull out from rejection of any kind, and how, if you change the way you react to it to do so in a positive and mature manner, it can determine a better and more wholesome future for everyone. First things first, let's talk about resilience. Rather than suppressing or ignoring the pain of rejection, mentally strong people are able to acknowledge their emotions. They can very easily admit when they are embarrassed or discouraged or disappointed, and they have the confidence to deal with uncomfortable situations head on, and this will prove to be a very important skill in coping with rejection. If you get turned down from a job, don't view yourself as incompetent or incapable, but rather put your rejection into perspective. You should understand that a single viewpoint or perspective does not define who you are, and you should never let your self-worth depend on the views of the people around you. Doing so creates negative energy that you don't need or that does not apply to your worth as an individual. More importantly, what you should be worried about is performing to the best of your own ability. If you demonstrated all of your technical expertise, communicated your competencies, and were able to engage your interviewer in a meaningful way, and you were still turned down, then you should take comfort in knowing that it was the wrong place for you. More importantly, you should take rejection as a great teacher. Don't wallow in pity and misery for yourself and think, there's nothing more that I could have done. Instead, think of it as an opportunity to grow and learn from your mistakes. And as you take the time to learn that some areas of your life can be improved, or you slowly realize that being turned down isn't as bad as you think, rejection can become a very good teacher. And on the note of using rejection as an opportunity to become better, I will point to personal experience. A few years ago, I first started to apply for jobs and internships, and when I did so and just had an interview, I would nervously wait by the computer and phone and just wait for a response. And when I got the email or phone call saying that I didn't end up getting the opportunity, I would become very sad and dejected. I would turn inwards and think to myself, could I have done something differently? And I was super negative about it. I couldn't even get through the week or the month without having that on my mind. But then, a couple years later, something changed. I promised myself, 1, no more post-interview criticism, 2, no more competition with other people, and 3, no general ill will towards any part of the process. Instead of focusing on the outcome, I focused heavily on the grind, the preparation, making sure that when I walked into the room, I was as ready as I could possibly be. I wasn't going to a job interview to get something. Instead, I was going to give something, to offer up my skills in a unique and interesting way, and prove to a company that I had something valuable that they needed. And as a result, after a couple of weeks, if I got the job, I was happy, I was proud of myself. And if not, I took a step back, recalibrated, asked my interviewer for feedback, and made sure that the next job interview I went into, I was able to take all of those lessons and apply them the next time over. Instead of letting rejection get to me and bog me down, I use it now as an opportunity to figure out where I could have gone wrong and where I can be better. That's what's most important. Using rejection as an opportunity to make the next opportunity that much more meaningful and engaging for you.
The knowledge that you have emerged wiser and stronger from setbacks means that you are, ever after, secure in your ability to survive. You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Such knowledge is a true gift,
And so, of course, you may not always get the job or opportunity that you are looking for. Just last week, I was rejected by a company that I was very much interested in, but I was not upset with myself. Of course, I was a little disappointed that I didn't get the job, but what was important to me was knowing that I prepped as hard as I could and that during the interview, I performed to the standard that I had set for myself. Rejection then is a very natural part of life. You should come to understand that failure and loss are all parts of the equation, and dealing with it in a positive and mature manner will definitely make your future prospects that much better. Take rejection with your chin held high, take a step back, recalibrate, see where you went wrong, and then use that as fuel and motivation to make your life even better than it currently is. With that, I will leave you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I'm so appreciative of your viewership. My name is Nikhil. I make videos like this all the time. Hopefully today showed you that rejection is hard, but it's all about the way you react to it that can make you an even better person. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram where I am very active, but most importantly, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.